glass is about to break. They must couldn't get Stone Cold.
Or he didn't want to come back.
Oh, he didn't want to.
They got Undertaker. That was enough.
John fucking Cena. Somebody said they was gonna have to put the Code Avengers. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Fuck that. Go back to everybody in the ring. We seen this shit. What are y'all doing?
The Undertaker ain't really officially retired yet, has he?
He on a legendary Legends card. He is retired.
Oh.
Okay, so everything happened how you said except for one thing. The Rock
didn't turn on
Rock
him.
didn't turn.
Yeah, the Rock didn't turn. I didn't see Cody winning this without the Rock turning.
I did. I said they was gonna have to use everybody to get him. Those all are Roman's foes. Every one of them.
That's awesome. That is a fucking story, man. They wrote the shit out of this, boy.
Do y'all understand how long it's been?
Hell yeah.
It's literally motherfuckers who were freshmen in high school when he won that fucking belt.
It's been 3 fucking years. God.
Randy is rotund.
Get out.
Damn, I gotta get out already.
Because you is ruining it. CM Punk.
That's awesome how they did that, man.
You know, Kevin was helping his mom in the ring.
We all do, Michael.
Man, goddamn, dog.
He said he was gonna give it to her.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Give me a mic.
They still doing the wall like he just came out on a damn thing. That is insane.
Oh, they Seth probably getting his ass up.
Jesus Christ. Seth been through hell today.
Surrounded by greatness in this ring. I'm surrounded by greatness in this
Sammy got to hold him up.
He tired.
I would not have been here. I would have literally never made it back to the WWE without one of them. I want him to come out here, and that's Bruce Pritchard. And then the other is bleeding and kicking and doesn't want to come out here. But we have started a brand new era. He is the leader of that era.
Triple H.
Triple H, come on down.
Jesus Christ. Damn, they booing the fuck out of Bruce Pritchard.
There you go.
Seth just trying to stand up at this point.
Seth just like, fuck.
Please let Seth go lay down. Please just let him go lay down.
That motherfucker say, I'm staying in character. I'm hurt.
Right.
Shut the fuck
Him
up.
John back there cutting up.
Triple H, that's a badass suit you got on there.
Triple H look like he about to go to pieces. Oh shit.
Damn, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Can we turn it red?
Right.
No. All right. It look like a damn beat.
Seth is just trying to stay alive. Can somebody help him get out of the ring, please?
Seth is just sitting in the corner.
Why are they just sitting?
I'm ready to go home.
God, Becky got strapped. They whole family just down and out.
Yeah, Becky had 102 fever and strep throat. She was wrestling like that yesterday.
Rhea.
Yep. Gold nails don't translate well on camera.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
Kevin, like I said, I got you. Hold on. Come on.
It's the best WrestleMania ever.
They did say it was going to be the greatest Mania ever.
The best ever. It's not even close.
This is fucking nuts. I am.
This motherfucker did it, man. Fucking did it. Like, it's like you knew it was gonna happen, but seeing it is just such a fucking relief.
Jesus Christ. It's like you can breathe.
Imagine being a kid and not having the knowledge that we have on this and seeing this.
If I was 12 and I was watching this, I would be crying, literally beyond consoling.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for what has been an exciting WrestleMania weekend. Congratulations to all the superstars.
Nick Khan.
Good night, everybody. From Philadelphia. You and I get to do it again tomorrow night, Pat. Raw after Mania.
Yo.
Pro wrestling is back. Pro wrestling.
A plus plus plus.
Real America vibes.
Just
Nigga here.
10. Automatic. Night one, chop.
Yes, that was what we was waiting for. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, it was. Thank you for asking, Meek Mill. Appreciate it.
All right, now going back to your corner.
Oh,
There he is, that fat man again. Oh,
okay. That was great. I don't know no other way to put it.
yeah. Night two
That
did
was
that thing.
great.
Kevin and Randy came out together.
Yes, they did. Let's start at the beginning. So, what was the first match of the night?
Sure, I don't know. It was too good.
Okay.
Seth
It was Seth and
And
Drew.
Drew.
Seth and Drew was the first match of the night, y'all. It actually was a really good match. It was a lot. The point of the match, it wasn't the match that was like the problem. It was the end. Instead of Drew just enjoying his time as champion and leaving, he couldn't hold it. He had to go gloat, and he ended up losing his championship to Damian Priest. I knew that Damian was going to cash in on him. I knew it.
I knew. I said it's gonna happen exactly like this.
And I said, why would you? As soon as they put CM Punk on the commentary, I knew he was going to get involved. The whole point of you winning was to have your moment. They let you have your moment, and your stupid ass could not just go in the back with your wife and live your life. You had to come out there and go messing with CM Punk. You could not just go home. You couldn't just go home. That's too much for you. You did it to yourself. You fucked yourself. It would have been so easy. So stupid.
You knew it was gonna happen the longer he was trying to mouth off the Punk. I'm like, Damian Priest is gonna come out. Sure shit. Stupid
Did it to
idiot.
yourself, bro.
That's
I
your
don't know
man.
no other way to say it other than you kissed your own ass.
That's your man, Tiff. That's your man.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You said it. You've said before, we try to tell you that man ain't shit for years, but you don't want to listen to us till now.
Your man ain't been shit for a long time.
Fun. I got a harem, baby.
Samoa Joe.
He's kicking ass over in AEW.
I think Samoa Joe gonna be losing his title very soon.
Yeah, that's because he's got a TV show to go film. What's Drew got?
I didn't say nothing about Drew. I didn't say Drew was all of that at all. I said he lost it because he was supposed to, but he ain't no better than yours. So we in the same boat, if you ask me.
I'll pull up the receipts from 2 years ago.
Well, let's pull them. Where were we 2 years ago?
Drew was running around with that stupid sword. You were still loving him, and we were giving you shit for it.
Oh, and where was Samoa Joe at?
AEW ROH having the ROH title.
2 years ago?
Was he in ROH? Huh.
In AEW, in the land of irrelevancy? Okay.
He's the only thing making it relevant.
I mean, that happened afterwards. If we gonna pull receipts, I never denied that Drew McIntyre was a piece of shit. I never denied that. I very much agreed a while ago. But I'm just saying, if we gonna go tit for tat, we can do that.
Look, Cody
I'm just saying.
Bitches toward each other tomorrow. Cody won, so let's just try to enjoy the night.
Why I didn't even do nothing this time. I was nice.
Your nice.
I was nice. I didn't even do anything this time. I didn't do nothing. I did it. Okay. So Drew won. Drew is champ. And then he loses because of Damian Priest. And Damian Priest is now your world heavyweight champion. Let's go to the Pride versus the Final Testament. In the beginning of
Jesus
this match,
Christ.
it was okay.
It was a
It
little
seemed like
shaky at the beginning.
Final Testament was taking a lot of shit. You know, they was doing a lot. Scarlett got involved. B-Fab.
You
Sis,
look nice, girl.
you did great.
She did
You were
amazing.
stellar in this match. Even though you wasn't even booked for this match, you were there. You showed your ass, and that's what we wanted to see. You did amazing. We love that for you. Okay. Just hope they use you on the roster at some point because they definitely need to expand it. I would love to see a fourth black woman on TV regularly.
Was that her first like big card performance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
She did great. I agree. The Pride won this match. I was happy because Montez and Dawkins finally had a big moment at Mania. It was a good match. I did like it towards the end where things broke down. Bubba Ray being the ref was interesting, but it made the match better, I'll say.
That was the time I've ever seen a man wear a tuck-in shirt and pants with a belt. It was very weird.
I can't even shade homeboy like that because real talk, he wasn't doing nothing bad. It was a fun time, so I'll give him that. But overall, this was a nice little filler match. I wish this match was a little bit further on the card, so we had a little bit more of a palate cleanser. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good match.
Snoop was on commentary tripping.
Yeah.
He was too lit.
Snoop was on commentary for this match, and it was actually pretty funny when he was on commentary. Then we had this match with LA Knight and AJ Styles. I actually really enjoyed this match much more than I thought I would. These two were fighting very stiff in this match. AJ Styles looked like he just been drinking all of the protein shakes they make. Just full muscle milk. Okay. He was jacked. He's been looking that way for a long time. And I was like, what is going on? All these superstars is coming out here with 8-packs and shit. What is happening?
It's bigger in real life. Like when you see him wrestle in a house show, AJ is like, AJ's not a small guy to start with, but like he's huge when you see him in real life.
Right. AJ's new entrance music was dope. I have to give him that. It's dope. LA Knight picked up the win in this match, and I'm glad that he did. He got to have his WrestleMania moment. Hopefully, one of these days, AJ Styles will get his time. But I will say that this was a really, really good match, and they really kept setting the tone for tonight. Every match that we saw leading up to Logan Paul, Roman, and Kevin's match was really good. Speaking of, okay. We all knew who was going to win this match. If you weren't aware, you weren't paying attention, okay? Which is fine. As soon as we saw the Prime bottle coming down the ramp, we knew that they were going to get involved. It was one of them little internet fools that Logan Paul always rolling with. And it's always a token black dude that be inside the Prime bottles, which is concerning me.
same thing to Daryl. I'm like, don't this kind of seem,
Yeah.
this is like, what, the third time he's had someone like that in that stupid bottle?
It's always a black dude in there, and I don't understand why. Come on. It's always a black dude. I don't get it. But sure, live your best life.
Also, that guy, like Pat McAfee was freaking out about him. I had no idea who he is.
Because he's a
He's a
part of
streamer.
the generation after us. We don't know him because we don't need to. Unless you got a kid that watches him on YouTube.
No, my kid just watches Roadblocks and Five Nights at Freddy's and Minecraft videos. I'm good with
As
that.
far as I know, that dude, I something.
Speed.
I or something?
It's
Not
speed.
that.
Is I Speed?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, great.
On some
That's what they
speed the way
said.
carrying on.
I mean, I don't need to get it right. Y'all know who it is, and that's all that matters.
I don't know who that man is.
I don't need to get it right.
He's walking down the street, not with no thing.
Oh, I see Speed. Am I supposed to know who that is?
Sorry to that man.
I have no idea who that is. Okay.
Byron, that's the same blazer as yesterday. Not you,
No.
girl. That's that Byron.
Let's see.
Damn, you started with Cody? Oh, Damian Priest.
It's I Show Speed. It's not I See Speed. It's I Show. This child is 19 years old.
Period, Hunter Taker.
Wait, that's a 19-year-old?
Yep.
Motherfucker looked like he was 25.
He probably don't even know who Randy Orton
and
is.
He is a YouTuber and rapper.
Oh, he's a rapper and a YouTuber.
He is best known for his variety live streams in which he primarily plays video games, including FIFA, Fortnite, and Roblox.
So did you just call him a nerd?
I didn't say that. That's what you said.
That was
A
my
lot of
husband.
people do live streams and play video games. I won't call him a nerd. I don't think he's a nerd.
Just the Roblox for me. He is a nerd.
My husband called him a nerd. I just think it's weird that he plays video games that cater to a very young audience, but that's besides the point.
Damian Priest look nice. I'm tired of you Singley's twist. I need you to remove him immediately. I'm getting irritated.
I get irritated.
I'm tired of you. I'm sick of your bullshit. Matter of fact, I think they locks and those are faux locks. You dirty bitch. Okay. Let me
Yeah,
go.
he can't see. I see that medicine in his glasses.
You know what? You better shut up.
I see without my glass. I see that medicine. He can't see.
I saw them yesterday, and I'm like, does he have yarn falls in his hair?
Like, some of it is yarn. Some of it is, most of it is colored. It's colored hair, but the faux locks are smoother than actual locks. And I don't even think I think are crocheted in. They're not. Yeah. Yeah, somebody black did your hair, baby.
Anyway. Look at the braids up top. Somebody black definitely did that.
Wait down, Odie.
Yeah, he's got a combination of a lot going on. He's got locks in there. He's got braids, and some of them are twisted. He got just about every type of fucking braids you can think of in his head, which is pissing me off.
That looks so.
He got passion twists.
What's going on? What is happening?
Butterfly locks.
Got one random faux lock in the back. Okay.
They just look bad because I kept staring at him like through the tag match last night, and when he ran out, and I'm like, what the hell is on his head? Because it looks horrible, and whoever fucking did him, you should fire him.
To be fair, they were laid in clean.
Right, but that's just
they're clean in terms of the inlay of them and the assembly. He just ain't got no business wearing them.
He ain't got no good hair either. He didn't buy no good hair.
If you're gonna do it, I would have I understand the way Priest's hair is, but if he would have it in if he had it like in the top the way that Carmelo had his, I probably wouldn't say nothing. But this motherfucker got a full head of him. It's a full. It's its entire
And he
head,
has like
with
what?
the exception of the sides, and he got the sides faded. It's getting on my nerve. I'm moving on. Okay, so
Has like 3 pieces.
it's not. He just is lazy, and not then all of a sudden, Mania, he decided he want to get a full head of braids. Every other pay-per-view, his ass been putting them only in the ponytail, which that is some wild shit to me. He want to wait till Mania to go get his hair done. Fucking bitch.
Tiffany, please.
Yeah, but if you get your hair, Carol, if you're getting your hair done by Mania, you ain't waiting the day before.
I don't care when he got it done. The motherfucker, he gets on my nerves. He gets on my damn nerves. All right. In this match, majority of the match, Kevin and Randy controlled it. It was rarities. It was glimpses where Logan got pieces in, and it was more specific towards the end when the match started to break down, and the camaraderie between Kevin and Randy pretty much went away, and they all was every man for themselves. The Ice Show, Ice Speed idiot came out there and was cussing up a storm for whatever fucking reason. Like, I was like, what is wrong with you? Did you drink 2 bottles of Prime before you came out here? What is happening? Is you geeked? Like, what is going on? Like,
he started pushing Randy. Randy kicked his ass. Like, what are you
Randy
doing?
said, I don't have no beef with you, bro. Like, who are you? I'm been in like security. Come get this motherfucker. Like, what are you?
Then he started dragging. He's like, wait, oh, ain't no wait, ho.
Yeah, now
You
you
didn't
want to
touch
cry.
me. Come
No,
get
and
this
then
RKO.
your homeboy left you to get your ass RKO'd on the table.
It's
Fucking
always
Pat
somebody
had to
black.
wake you up to let you know that your homeboy won. Token. Token bitch.
It's always somebody
Anyways,
black. Find somebody white. You can't get none of your white friends on
that's
your
what I be
podcast to
saying.
do it.
That's what I'm saying. Why is it always somebody black that's always coming and helping your punk ass? I know I'm watching it with his old ignorant ass. Looking like a bisexual Undertaker. Just a mess. Now, he being respectful to Seth. He did say it'd be disrespectful to not honor what he's done. And he said he's going to be one of the first guys to say thank you to what he did. And he planned to do it justice. I don't know how you're going to do that with Rhea Ripley telling you what to do and you running around there yelling and screaming that motherfuckers using your favorite darts and shit. I don't know how you plan on doing that. But sure, go off, sis.
I guess not going to be a long run. I'm surprised it was a successful cash-in, but
I knew it was going to be successful.
It's
I
gonna be
knew it was
successful.
going to
Drew
be
was just too
successful.
delusional.
I knew it. It was
Drew
just
was talking
because
too
Drew,
much shit.
it's Drew's fault. Because while Drew was so concerned with Seth being concerned with Cody's stuff, he also had a distraction. And he was not keeping his eye on the prize. If he had been paying attention, you know full well you got to keep your head on the swivel. Damien tried to cash in on you in your match with Seth before.
Mm-hmm.
And you telling me you didn't think, not even a little bit, that on WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all, after Damien lost the titles he was holding for months, you telling me it never crossed your mind that motherfucker's knock-kneed ass was going to come down there and take your shit from you? That would have been the first bitch I would have took out. I'd have took his ass out in the locker room, okay? Him and the motherfuckers he hang out with, all of them would have been locked in a room. And I would have had my moment. Instead of you getting your stupid ass up out of there and just leaving, you can taunt CM Punk on Monday. Okay? Because Punk ain't going to be there on Monday unless he is fully healed and ready to go. Which, from what we saw,
You could
it's
be.
possible.
You getting damn near close.
Oh, that's the whole suit he got on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what your bitch ass get. Ha ha.
It's a nice suit. Not going to
Ha
lie.
ha ha ha.
I
Daddy
swear,
Damien
Byron
cast
get his
in on
shit.
you.
Byron goes to AliExpress and buys his suits. I'm convinced that that's what he does.
Is
Oh,
that the same one from last night?
No,
Mm.
oh,
no, it's real glittery. It looked nice on him, but sometimes Byron shit be too tight. It's
It'd be
tight
too
in the
tight and
arms
too
and it's tight
stiff.
across the chest.
see.
Bye, Daddy Damien.
Not by Daddy Damien. Please stop.
Look, Sigmund Freud is really just loving this shit that you guys are doing with
Bailey's
the.
coming out. Bailey, Bailey, Bailey. Where's
I
she
am
at?
so. I
Come on,
really am.
baby.
There she go. She got her champion shirt.
Women's championship for the first time in her career at a Wrestlemania. Please welcome the
Dawson on her for
WWE Women's Champion.
Who is that on her shirt?
Isn't that her?
No.
Got a new one.
It says the
Like,
spark on
I-
it. Where is Nicole when you need her?
I.
No, I mean
Jada Stone?
that's who that is. No,
What?
Nicole got the lock on the indie scene. That's why I said that. 'Cause she knows who everybody is. I wasn't saying it like you ain't relevant. I'm saying where is she? Because we always have it.
And the fourth row.
City of Salcedo Instinct Culture. Bailey, congratulations.
Okay.
Congratulations.
So
I want to start off
there's
by
Bailey
asking
out there. Let's go to
about
Bailey
this
and
title
Io's
moment from
match.
making your entrance to going in
It was a solid match.
behind you and then winning.
Donnie, you gotta turn your TV down so I don't get flagged.
Oh, my bakers.
I didn't know.
It
I'm
was a
going.
solid match between Io and Bailey. I was happy for Bailey that she won. Io put on a banger of a match against her. She almost took her out, but ultimately the role model was able to win. Her entrance was fire. Okay. I loved her entrance. I'm sad she couldn't get Paramore to sing her entrance music for her, but I am happy for Bailey. I think Bailey did great in this match. I think Io did great in this match. I'm glad there was no interference. It was just them going one-on-one, and it was worth watching, and I love that. So I don't
They
have
was
nothing to say
wrestling.
about that match. Alexis, what did you think?
I knew this match was going to be great. Io, when I noticed this too I noticed this with Io is that if she's gonna drop a title, because I noticed she did this in NXT too. If she's gonna drop a title, she is gonna go hard. Like she she doesn't call it in, but she's gonna go like that extra mile to make the winner look good, you know? And
Yeah.
time for Bailey. She was really needing a WrestleMania moment. Glad she got it. I'm glad she was clean. The rest of Damage Control kept their asses in the back. And overall, it was just a really, really good match. I just wish Io's title reign was a little bit better than it was, but she'll get it back. She'll get it back. So hopefully next time it won't be like her in a group. It'd just be her being herself, you know?
Yeah. Darren, what did you think of it?
Oh, well, girls was wrestling, y'all.
I thought it was wrestling.
They was wrestling. Io was lifting bitches up. Bailey was acting for her life. It was a
Mm-hmm.
good match. But the intro to Bailey's song is weird. It was like 3 different songs before it got into it. I need to change that.
What I could hear when I was listening to it, it sounded like her old music when she was like the hugger, and then that weird generic one that she had for a while, and then they mixed that in together. Something weird was about it. So
Um,
what is
it was too much. It was too much. They should have did something else to cater to the song. It was too much. I was too high to kind of grasp it. But yeah, A
When Io
plus.
reversed that rose plant, that was fire. Yeah, her counter on that rose plant was pretty dope. I'm not gonna
That
lie.
was good. She ate that down.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't. I was like, there's no way she was gonna be able to do that, and she did. Io
And that face
is
plant.
a yeah. She's a stellar competitor. I can't say nothing but good things about her. And honestly, they built that feud slowly, but it was done correctly. So that once you got to the end, you really could appreciate Bailey being the victor. Um, Rhea hasn't beaten everybody in the Four Horsewomen. She hasn't beaten Bailey, from my understanding.
She never had a match with Bailey.
She never had a match with Bailey. She's beaten Charlotte and she has beaten Becky now, but she
She's
hasn't had a
beating.
match with
She beat
Bailey. And
Sasha.
she hasn't. No, she hasn't wrestled Sasha.
She has. It was a It wasn't 1-on-1, but she made her tap.
I don't know about that. I
That was
can't
on
count
SmackDown when NXT invaded.
Oh, that
that.
don't.
It
That don't
counts. She
count.
beat her. She made her tap,
That don't
but
count.
it wasn't a 1-on-1.
That don't count.
Uh,
I can't count that.
I
So
counted it.
while Bailey and Rhea probably will cross paths later on. Right now, Bailey is champ, and so is Rhea. So if they do Survivor Series traditional next year, which I hope that they would, and separate um
On
War Games
SmackDown.
into its own pay-per-view, I hope that they do that for this year's wrestling. We could get a match between Bailey and Rhea eventually if Rhea keep the title long enough to be able to do that. Um,
yeah, they really
Or
have.
she drop her and they draft her.
if she drop it, at the one of the next two PLEs, then she definitely could end up going up against Bailey if Bailey keeps the title long enough, which she might. But if she stays on on SmackDown, and you got Jade and Bianca there,
Mention Naomi.
and Naomi, I don't know.
I
I
give her
think
3-4 months.
I want to see Bailey versus Naomi. I think that would be a really good match.
It was. They should run that back
They've wrestled before.
in
Yeah, but I
Saudi.
want to.
We want to see it again with this new era.
I mean, that's cool. I'm just saying. I wasn't saying it like it did never that y'all didn't see it. I was just saying I was thinking out loud, like because I couldn't remember if they had or not, and in my mind it popped up, and I was like, oh, they've wrestled before.
Well, they
Um,
gotta. Because SmackDown, their women's division's good over there, but over on Raw, they got to do something because they don't got any. I mean, Rhea's pretty much ran through all the main card women, unless they run her and Nia back.
I ain't gonna tell
But
y'all this no more. Rhea pinning her in NXT for the NXT does not count.
I
We
forgot
talking
she
about
was.
a one-on-one match between her and Sasha that has not happened. It don't count. I don't care how y'all slice it. It don't count.
If it was at a Survivor Series 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 match, that don't count. I'm talking singles, like they were facing themselves like 1-on-1.
No,
Okay.
no, no.
That's
Okay.
not how that works.
Nicole is here. All right. She came just in time because now it's time to get to this. Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
I told y'all yesterday, and y'all was in the comments like, "Oh, well, what if he doesn't?" Bitch, he did. Okay. I told you. I told
Josh,
you.
we said Cody had to lose night 1 to win at night 2. Thank you.
I
Last year
warned
was a
y'all.
cakewalk. This year he got his ass beat,
Yeah.
He
Oh,
didn't
but
win
he
it. He didn't
won.
win it easy. It was never gonna be easy. No final boss in any game is ever easy. You know that. So in real life, they made it play out that way. Night one, Cody got his ass whipped literally in front of his mama and stepdaddy.
No, that's Brandy's dad. That was his father-in-law. That was Brandy's dad with Cody's mom.
I I thought that was his stepdaddy. Anyway, he got his ass whooped in front of them. They out there. Next night he come out there. He looked like he about to shit on himself when he came out there. Okay. I was like, this is about to be a whirlwind of events happening here. But I told y'all last time that the only way he was gonna beat him is that he needed an army. He needed an army of people to be able to come out there and tear him down. It was the only way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my idea was to use the people that Roman screwed over the last couple of years. Randy, Kevin, Sammy, all of them. But they all had their own feuds and all things going by the time the matches happened. So they went a different route. They decided, one, to neutralize Jimmy Uso with Jey Uso. So technically, they did kind of use the idea I told y'all. Two, they moved from him to Solo. The way they got rid of Solo was an old foe in John Cena. After John Cena, what happened?
No, Daryl's just over here singing. He's singing John.
After John Cena, The Rock comes out. Rock bottoms him, takes him out. Then we hear the Shield music, and a lot of people got a little leery because they thought John Moxley was coming out there.
We did. We totally did. And I grabbed Daryl's shirt to the point I thought I was gonna rip the sleeve off because
they thought John was coming out there, and babes,
ain't no fucking way.
It was Seth, but he ended up getting Superman punched. And then he got hit with a chair.
Which, to Roman's credit, he deserved that.
He did deserve that. That was his get back because he hadn't gotten it, and Seth owed him. He owed him that. So I was like, okay, fair.
I ain't see it.
Yeah, it's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that, do you, babes? After that,
didn't he get no holds bar contest or something? Like the one and only time they fought, didn't he hit Seth with the chair?
I don't remember.
I don't recall. It could have been a promo or something.
No, I mean, he might have, but I don't remember. I'm not sure. But I mean, Seth is now standing there in former Shield gear. I mean, it's poetic symbolic at this point. It's cinematic. It needed to happen, especially if what Roman said in his doc is true. That if Cody beats him, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he hanging up the boots or like?
That's a question that he would have to answer. I can't answer that for you. Now,
I read something online that says he's still back, like the leukemia came back, but he didn't want to say anything.
I'm not sure of any of that, so I don't. Unless he says it, I try not to pay attention to that stuff. And he's pretty private about it, so for him to have leukemia, he's in probably one of the best shapes I've ever seen him to be in. He looked like he had been working out for months. He just looked incredible. Now in the face, he looked tired. He looked exhausted. So I'm glad that he'll be able to rest and not have to worry about possibly coming in to work or any of that other kind of stuff. But back to the match, Rock was still there. They needed an equalizer. A lot of people thought it was going to be Stone Cold, but they went with another OG.
It
They
was
went with the Undertaker.
1,316 days that Roman held the title. Hunter posted that at 316. You know how they are with that kind of shit. But well, you lay down, dog.
But they went with the Undertaker. Undertaker came in, choke slammed him, and then
He took that nigga away. I was like, where the fuck did he go?
Everybody else was laid out on the outskirts of the ring, from John Cena to Solo to Seth. Seth could not even stand. Okay, they're out there, and everybody is tripping. And Cody finally finished it. almost 4 long fucking years. And
I just feel there's this big like stress. Lift it off. Stop. I know. There's like this big. Odie's mad because he's a Roman fan, but it just feels like there's relief.
He'll be okay.
Finally, like we'll get new storylines, we'll get new champions, they'll run matches back. Like it's a big sigh. Okay, I get it. Calm down.
I want to sleep good at night tonight.
I mean, there's no other way to sleep. Like,
I was gonna sleep good regardless, but now I'm gonna sleep good.
Okay, because what you eat don't make me shit, babe.
Rather you finish the story or no, I'm still gonna sleep good, but now I'm gonna sleep extra good because you didn't finish the story.
Well, it's better than last year when we woke up and we all felt like the WrestleMania hangover because we were like, fuck,
Ain't got that hangover now. Now we gotta see what they gonna do Monday, because I'm curious as to how they gonna top all of this or what they gonna do at all.
Drew gonna come out with his little boohoo story.
Yeah.
Season finale and the Raw right after Mania. To me, this is always, I've said this because they're always like later on in the year. I honestly think the season finale is WrestleMania, and then the new season premieres the Monday after Mania.
Well, the season premiere for them is a little later in the year, around the time when Sweep starts. That's usually when they announce the season premiere. But I mean, for us, wrestling resets after Mania. I usually don't do it Monday after, because the Monday after don't always give me what I want. Last couple of Manias have just been, the last couple of Manias have been great, but the Mondays after have all been lackluster. And while this is Paul Levesque's era, and we love that for him,
rising,
I have very low expectations, so I don't get disappointed, and that's just where I'm gonna keep it.
Amen.
Nicole said she didn't have no hangover because she knew this shit was gonna happen. We hate you.
Cognitive, why don't you play the lottery, sweetheart, and share it with everybody?
She ain't gonna share it with nobody. She said Cody gonna be out here forever. Earlier, that heifer said, Cody, I'm already sick of Cody. He ain't been champion for 12 hours, Nicole. Let him glow a little bit. Let him talk. Let him do what he doing.
Is Philly on fire? Rioted in Philly yet?
What'd you say?
Have they started rioting in Philly yet?
I don't know. I haven't heard nothing about nobody tripping in Philly yet.
Then
again, I haven't been on Twitter, and I haven't been in the Midwest Melanin Mafia group chat either. Shout out to them anyway. They went to Mania. They was out there. It was warmer today. They seemed to be having a better time now that it was warmer outside. I I mean, it was just the ending for this match was just, I don't know, it was chef's kiss, bro. Like it was something, it was something that we all wanted and needed to see. And you gotta give Triple H and crew they props, because they were able to sell us on a story that they were able to stretch for 3, almost 4 years. Roman's reign of tyranny has lasted that fucking long, okay?
Wow,
And then this year, as they
crazy.
ramped up, all of the deck was stacked against Cody. Even up until after night one, he had to worry about fighting everybody. Everybody.
Hiram, is he in chat right now?
Is who in the chat?
Hiram
I don't see Hiram in here.
he was a freshman when Roman became champ, and he is about to graduate high school.
Mm-hmm.
That's
My
a long
sister's
ass.
about to go to 10th grade. He's been champion since she was like 6. Glory be to God.
She said they just pouring one out for Roman and giving Cody his flowers, no matter which one you like more. I mean, fair. Like
Yeah.
I said before on the previous live, no matter how you personally feel about Roman, and no matter how you try to rationalize or change how you feel, I mean, it is what it is. Roman really really gave us a true villain to hate and somebody to aspire to destroy, because those are the stories that you ultimately love, especially when you look at comic books and the big movies and the stories that we watch and people create. The best part about a villain like Roman is the when he actually falls, and we got to watch his rise from start to finish. Ultimately, he didn't self-destruct, which I would have loved. That would have been poetic as hell. He didn't self-destruct, but Roman, he just got too fucking big for anybody to be able to take him down. And then you add in the Rock, which is just adding kerosene to an already extremely high burning fire.
Well, y'all let Cody cry. Like, this is a big deal. Damn, if he keeps crying tomorrow, that's one thing. But shit, he just won a title. Let him cry. Damn,
I don't see him crying. I don't know what you're talking about.
he crying. So
I don't see him crying. He's just sitting there. He talking. He's smiling. He answering the questions. He seemed to be fine to me. But
I
even if
just
he
know,
was, that's his own business.
I just know this, that they do not need to do another long ass title run like they had with Roman, like for the next like at least 6 years. Just so, because I mean, props to Roman for doing it long. I'm not taking anything away from him, but it's like that goes to show you modern wrestling. You can't be a champ for that long. Like Gunther, I get it. He was champion for 666 days, but even after to a certain point, we were kind of like, who's going to be the one to take the title off of him? We thought it was going to be Jay. Turned out it was Sammy. So, I mean, it does come a time point. Long title reigns do not work in modern wrestling because after a while, you tune out of it.
I think it does work, and it depends on how it can. So while you brought up Gunther, it worked for Gunther because Gunther wrestled more often than Roman did. But that also led to the lore of Roman Reigns and as a character. Like, we all know why he didn't wrestle as often as everybody expected him to. But at the same time, Roman's story and the way that he's presented himself as a champion and as a villain, that not wrestling for long periods of time worked for him because it gave him exclusivity. Whereas other people like Seth, his counterpart, was wrestling on Monday Night Raw. They were wrestling at every PLE. They were wrestling every chance he got, he was in that ring. That type of wear and tear ended up catching up to Seth. Ultimately, a match that seemed to be impromptu for us but was planned for him, that's where the issue with his knee and leg came into play. And this particular issue could have removed him from WrestleMania in its entirety. So while to a certain extent I agree that it is difficult to have longer title reigns like this, it is possible to do it, and you do it the way that Roman did it. Are you always going to be interested in every match? No, but if you notice, when certain people would challenge, we all would perk up to watch. We wanted to see. We wanted to make sure that this was the time. And it was at a point where every opponent, after he got through some of the washed opponents, which I'm sorry to say that, but that's just true. After those opponents, he was able to at least make it appear like it was possible for him to lose it. Guys like Sammy, when you had Kevin, I mean, Kevin wrestled him 3 times for that title. You had guys like Jey Uso wrestled him twice. You had guys like Cody wrestled him twice. You had guys like back in the day, you had guys like Edge, and you got guys like Daniel Bryan, people who posed a plausible threat to his reign. But ultimately, Roman always had an ace in the hole. So I'm not saying you're wrong, Alexis, because you're right. It is very difficult and almost impractical to have these types of long title reigns, but it's not impossible. If it is booked correctly, you're telling the right kind of story, and it actually has meaning to it, it can work. For us that watch it every single week on a consistent basis, you are always looking to the next opponent. Even though you know the end, even though we all see how it's going to go, we're like, we know the end of the rainbow is probably going to be, a pile of shit for whoever loses. You're still intrigued by the matchups. You're still intrigued by the journey headed to that, because we all were invested. No matter how you slice it or look at it, we all were invested. And while Cody happened to be the guy, it very well could have been Sami Zayn. It could have been Kevin. It could have been Jey Uso, which, to be honest, and I love Cody. I love Cody to death, but I would have preferred that it was Jey Uso, simply for the magnitude of what it could have done for Jey Uso and his career. It could have been Seth. When Seth wrestled him, it could have been Seth, which it would have been just another stab in Roman's heart after he'd already betrayed him once. Here you go and take my title from me. There are all kinds of ways that this could have been done. And that's kind of the story of, like, what if Cody never came? If he never showed up, who would have been the guy? It could have been any number of people, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm just not a fan of long title reigns. That I'm just not a big fan of them personally. But I mean, I think Cody, though, with this news that we have going on, we're gonna see guys like Jay and Sammy and Kevin. Well, Sammy. We're gonna see guys like Jay and Sammy and LA Knights on SmackDown. But I don't know who's on what show anymore. God damn it.
I mean, I get what you're trying to say.
Guys,
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. Because it's not always going to have to be, because like majority of the reason that turned me off of this whole Roman thing was that majority of his matches were against Brock Lesnar or Goldberg, or like guys that no one really wanted to see. How many matches alone did he have with Lesnar?
I want to say it was 3.
why does it seem like more than that?
Because they spanned over months of time. So technically, Roman wrestled Kevin 4 times. Roman had 3 matches with Kevin in the very beginning of his career. Steel cage match, a traditional match, and then he had like I don't know if it was like a street fight style match, but I remember it was
I think it was
pandemic
a
era.
last man standing or something like
Okay.
that.
Or it was something. But I mean, they had everything involved. Golf carts, it was pandemic era style fighting. So he was able to pull that off with Kevin and then revisit it later in his title reign. He had a couple fights where he fought people multiple times. Like I mentioned before, Jey Uso was his very first opponent. He's the one who set the tone for his title reign. And then you move out of that, and he was one of the last people that he wrestled before he gets to Cody. So yeah, like at some point, like that's what I'm saying. Like there's a good chunk of his title reign that were just where we were just in the motions, and we just were just like, okay, we know where this is going. But then you bring in Sammy, and everything was about to be revived with Sami Zayn's entrance into the bloodline and how they were able to start dismantling it with Sammy. It's when you really go back and start watching it and look at it from start to finish, like it's gonna be years. But just like you go back and you watch the storyline with Edge's story with the shit he did with Becky, when you really think about it, that was a long fucking time. Edge was running around, he was switching chat shows, switching titles. John Cena was champion for a long fucking time. You really go back and watch when Triple H and them were champion and they were flip-flopping titles. Like the way that they've been able to maintain Roman and his adamant nature about how he was booked and what he was going to do was done by design. He wasn't going to allow them to make him look foolish anymore, because I think that dog food shit really pissed him off with Vince. He wasn't going to allow them to make him look like a fool, and he did not want to be booked like he wasn't as strong as he was, because even with all the help that he has, Roman still is one of the strongest superstars they have in that company, and he embodies it. When you watch that damn press conference last night and that lady booed him,
Get that bitch out of
kick
here.
that bitch out.
Get
He
your ass on
told her
up
to
and
use
out.
her feet.
But
Go
done it
on.
too.
Step.
I said, oh, okay.
That'll be me.
I mean, to be fair, you're a professional. You're supposed to be a journalist. You shouldn't be booing anybody.
This is a press conference. We're not in the crowd.
You're not in the crowd. So if he says acknowledge me, you can just sit there. Paul Heyman will do all of that. You don't have to do anything, you know?
Ollie, his throat's about to get real sore from all that. Never mind, there's children in the audience. I ain't gonna finish that up.
All that dick sucking he was doing.
Oh, child.
I'll finish it.
You.
I can't. Nicole said he always had a mystique about him. That added to his lure of being champion. That was probably the best part about Roman's title reign, was the fact that he was like, I'm gonna wrestle when I feel like it. Yeah, I was like, do you, fam?
From jump.
Oh, if anybody wants to buy a shirt from WWE.com or WWE shop, it's 18 minutes till 18 more minutes for you to get 25% off your purchase, but use code Superstar.
Yeah, you can get 25% off, and when in the show, then they go back to being $32.99, which is fucking wild for a t-shirt. Okay. It's expensive.
I could imagine with that thick ass cloth they be using.
It's expensive. It's
that shit be hot as hell in a t-shirt.
Here's $100 on all those wrestling shirts you just got.
Yeah. Gunther's title reign kind of reminds me of Rusev's US title, how nobody could beat him until Mania. Fair. That's not even a dime a dozen these days. There are so many folks that have zero personality.
Look how far, look how far the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oops, C4 replaced Slim Jim. It's looking like the story of Roman. It's looking like the story of Roman was perfect. He had lost because he took revenge over shit he never got over instead of being smart. I mean, Nicole makes a valid point. Um
Good. Definitely lose that deal with Slim Jim because you just played in my fucking face. You gonna cancel me because some accusations came out? You gonna drop the contract? Bitch, you knew what it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, all
Now
y'all
all
gonna
of a
get is
sudden
a
you
nice
wanna
little
drop
ring
it.
sponsor, like the dude wipes in the motherfucking the gin and juice sponsor. Snoop said, "I want to get on the sponsorships too. Okay,
Good.
let
Now
me
that's your
in.
last time.
Let
First
me
and last
in."
time playing our fucking face. Hunter ain't Hunter is not playing with y'all. Y'all better stop playing with that man.
Well, I mean, I don't care. I'm
like fucking
glad. I'm glad at the end of the show,
like we
everybody that supported Cody came out there, and it was a good poetic moment for Cody. I ain't like how everybody just let Seth kind of lay out there on the back.
know Kevin helped him. Was helping him out.
Kevin helped him down and helped him to the back, and he finally stopped and gave Seth his props. But like, I'm like, Seth was intricate. Without Seth, I don't think this ever would have even happened. To be fair, um,
Seth was that final push that like Cody needed. Like if that does that make sense?
yeah,
Like he he needed someone kind of like not keep him grounded, but ooh, this art for this Bray Wyatt shit is like really good.
that Bray
Damn.
Wyatt shirt, I want one of them, and I can't. I
Oh,
want to get that Bray Wyatt shirt and that shirt that Kevin was wearing.
I sent something here for Bray Wyatt Becoming Immortal collection. It's from the actual artist. It's called they're called Samhain 1992, and this is the guy who actually worked to do those designs directly with Bray.
Yeah, I know.
So I sent his profile in the group chat. If you guys, and I'll post it. Like if you guys really like horror stuff, he does like a lot of horror art. He's got one with Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley and a couple other things that are actually really, really good.
Bailey's tie-dye shirt is really cute.
The champ is out of control. I like that.
It's cute. Damien ain't got no special shirt. He's just say champion Damien Priest. That's all I say. Okay, girl.
Look, you already got how many fucking Judgment Day shirts? You don't need another one, okay? Like
I don't care for Judgment Day enough to even buy one, but I'm just saying Damien could have had a little extra, a little something going on. But him didn't
well,
have that. So
I gotta head out because I got stuff to do tomorrow. But Mania 2 night 2 was definitely better than night 1. The matches seemed more well paced, more like they weren't rushing, more entertaining to say the least. And I'm not gonna cry. I'm not even gonna lie. This last match got to me to the point where I threw up. I have
Jesus.
never, because Nicole's like, "Oh my God, Alexis, drink green tea." I'm like, "I can't. It's my nerves. I have never had my nerves this shot from a wrestling match before." And how long have I been watching it?
Yeah, a long time, babe.
And so I'm just like, "Ooh, that tastes like pineapple. That's kind of disgusting."
Ew.
So, but I liked it. I can't wait to hear tomorrow how everyone's like, "Oh, Cody needed this person to win, this person to win," when Roman's doing the same damn shit for 4 years.
You can't
Because
really
they are
it's the story. That's the way it's supposed to be.
just kind of afraid that Jacob was gonna come out. Because I'm like, Jacob, I love you, but Boo Boo, you need to sit this one out, okay? Like, not right now.
Nobody came out. Nobody knew. It's only one of these left. Oh, fucking hell.
I gotta real quick. I gotta throw out some love to Tampa Bay because me and Daryl checked when they were, saying like the new like Major League Baseball belts they have, and Tampa
Yeah.
Bay Rays. When we checked it, and they just announced that shit, when we jumped on there, Tampa Bay Rays was almost sold out. I'm like, all right, Tampa, I'm proud of you. Okay.
Good old Florida.
That was the same thing with the Buccaneers too. There, it was almost sold out. I was like, oh shit. Okay, if I had the money, they need to get with the NHL, and then I'll be throwing money at them all day long. Cause
I'm just waiting on them to do the basketball belts, and then I'll be fine. As soon as they come out with a Cavs belt, I got it.
But I'm not gonna lie. When Taker came out, I started to cry, man. I felt like a kid again. I really did. Cause like we all thought it was gonna be stone cold and all that shit. And the lights went out and you just heard the oh, and even Daryl started flipping out. And I started crying, man, because it was the like he wasn't wearing the getup, but it was the fucking Undertaker. And then when the lights came back, him and The Rock were gone, and everyone was like, "Where's The Rock?" And I'm like, thinking I'm like a little kid again. He dragged him to hell. My God, Rock went to hell.
Now she pulled a JP. She pulled a JR. She was screaming.
Totally did. I'm surprised Harley didn't wake up, man. With the way Daryl's like, if you break the fan, you gotta install the new one.
That's crazy.
Jumping up and down and yelling, and then when Cody won, like I just started crying because I was just like, it is about goddamn time. But I gotta tell Harley tomorrow. She's gonna be excited. She tried to stay up, and she ended up falling asleep halfway through the LA Knight AJ Styles match.
She couldn't wait.
She couldn't. She was tired. But by her decree, LA Knight is just known as Yeah now. So
okay.
She's just like, I want to call him Yeah. I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, he says it a lot. I'm like, well, that's his thing. She goes, yeah. Like this fucking child. But I gotta go. I got school tomorrow, and gotta finish my own story. So I will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
All right.
I love the story. We love the show. We got done before 12, which is new. That's a new feeling.
I understand. We on the time limit, y'all.
I mean, everything was moving so fast. And I was like, from the time you start watching it, you look down the matches in this last throws, and you're like, Jesus, like it just started. It just moves so fucking fast. And for a Mania, that is a new feeling, is to be watching something and you go through it that quickly. But I'm kind of glad they were able to pull it off. Oh, and Stephanie came out there in the beginning. Stephanie was talking in the beginning, which I love that. I miss her being around, or at least being able to hear her. I miss Stephanie. So I'm glad to see her. She looked great. She looked like she was having a good time. So I'm just happy that she looks great and she's having a good time. Nick Khan was there, sitting front row, enjoying the show. They brought Bruce Pritchard's thick ass out there. He got booed. We love that for Bruce. He needed that wake up call. Anyway, overall, if I had to give Mania Night 2 a rating, I would definitely give it an A+. I thought that all of the bookings were great. So I would have switched a couple matches around. I wouldn't have changed that World Heavyweight Championship match for nothing. Oh, he was there, Nicole. Nick was there because Cody went and hugged him. Sure did. Cody went and hugged him right after, before he walked up the ramp. He went and hugged him. Everybody that came out there, Sammy, Kevin, Jay Uso was out there, Randy was out there. They all came out there. Even CM Punk was out there. You know, it's a beautiful time. And it feels like it's a new era. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting time. I want to say congratulations to Cody Rhodes. Congratulations to Bayley. Congratulations to Damian Priest. Congratulations to the Street Profits on your win. Congrats to LA Knight. Okay. Congrats to everybody who won. And Roman Reigns, we got to take our hats off to you, champ, because you held the WWE down in the worst of times. You came back when it was even more dangerous for you to be there. You were there, and you did the best you could under the circumstances. And when things got better, you got even bigger and even better. And I can't say for a minute that I would change it. I wouldn't change anything. I might shorten the reign a little bit. I might shorten it a little bit, but I wouldn't change anything. So if this is your last go round, if this is your last bout, then all I can say to you is thank you, Roman. And we're gonna leave it at that, because there's nothing else to say. Oh, I do have one more thing to say. Somebody asked me about Jimmy and Jay's match on Twitter and why I thought that it was bad. Nicole summed that up pretty well yesterday. She said that Jimmy and Jay have not diversified their movesets yet. And the problem is their movesets are so similar that you kind of had grown to expect what they were going to do in a match with each other. It's very easy for Jay to succeed in a match with someone else with the moveset he's curated over time. But going against his twin, when they both wrestle the same and they have similar movesets, they have similar moves where they pretty much super kick often. Like that's their signature outside of the frog splash. Jay Uso uses the spear. That's pretty much it when it comes to the change in their movesets. The only addition for Jay is that spear. Everything else is just cookie cutter move sets. The problem was there wasn't enough between the two of them in terms of time to develop, especially with Jimmy, in order for him to be able to curate a match with the two of them that made it look like either one of them could win and it was a fun time. The best way I can explain it is compared to the other singles matches we saw. You know the difference between Gunther and Sammy's moveset, the difference between LA Knight and AJ Styles' moveset, and that's what made their matches so great, was the fact that there was a difference in their movesets and how fun it was to watch them bounce off of each other. Same thing goes for the girls. When you watch Io and Bayley's moveset or Rhea and Becky's movesets, they're totally different and they're not, mimicking each other in the ring to the point where there's no real fun in watching them wrestle. And that was the problem. The story was there. The tension between the two was there, but the match itself was not executed to exacerbate that. They did it very well with Seth and Drew's match. I believe they did. I think they did it very well with Cody and Roman's match. I think they really drew on that tension between the two. If you notice, they swapped signatures at the end of the match, close to the end. Roman had Cody's move, which he said he didn't like because he said it sucked. And then Cody used the spear on Roman, and they both almost won a pinfall on that. So I think the issue here is both of them still have to develop and add some new things to their arsenal in order to make that match work. All right. Don ass is sleep, child. Every time I do this, I put somebody to sleep up and through here. I do that to my husband too, and I don't like that shit. But anyways, y'all, I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a new day. Today's a new day, and there is no sunshine. Okay, I will be back. All right, y'all have a good night. Don is out. He is down for the count, as they put it. I'm gonna go ahead and let him go to sleep. Okay. Snorting. Everybody have a good night. I hope you guys enjoyed WrestleMania. And if you haven't seen WrestleMania, please do me a favor and go over to Peacock within the next hour or so. The replay of WrestleMania should be back up. And if you haven't seen night one, make sure you check out night one first. As much as I didn't really care for night one, it still was a good setup for night two, which I think going forward is the way that they're going to go. Triple H is now the head of the new era of WWE. We've seen a new intro sign for WWE's intros. We've heard him say it everywhere. There is a new era, and Paul Levesque is the new era. They have completely eradicated Vinnie Mac's era of WrestleMania. This is the first Mania that Paul Levesque has manned on his own from start to finish. Sans last year's Mania, which Vinnie Mac had a little bit to do with. But this one was the one that he was able to curate from start to finish, storyline and all on his own. And now we are officially in the Paul Levesque era. So I wonder what the future looks like in the Paul Levesque era. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys tomorrow after Monday Night Raw, which I hope is a good time. I hope y'all enjoyed Mania, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.